Our first core value here at OG Films is to have fun, right? It's not professionalism, it's not quality, it's not even strategic thinking, it's to have fun. And I know that might sound a bit like unprofessional, like we might not be taking things seriously, but there is actually a really good reason that it's first. And it's not because I believe the work should be enjoyable, though it should, right? It's because the best work genuinely happens when everybody is having a good time. Let me explain. If you're new around here, hello, my name is Ollie, currently 5 years deep running a video production company specifically for events. I've worked with clients all across the UK, the US, Europe, the UAE, so with all the social proof nonsense out the way, I promise there's no hard pitches here from me. My intention here is just to share as much knowledge and experience with you as I can, and if you want to work directly with me, then I've made it pretty easy to get in touch. Now, this one is a bit different from the usual stuff that I talk about on here. This isn't about tactics or strategy or what to capture at the event. This is something a bit more human, right? Something that genuinely, I believe, makes the work better. And I think that if you're in events or you work with video teams, then it's probably worth hearing. Let's get into it. I've been doing this for nearly a decade now, right? I've worked on shoots where the vibe felt heavy, where it felt like a grind, where everyone felt stressed and we're just kind of trying to get through it. And I've worked on shoots where it was genuinely fun, where the team was laughing between takes, where, you know, we're actually excited about what we're capturing, where the whole thing feels like play and not work. And the difference in the final product is night and day. At some point, I realized that life is too short to be spending it doing work that makes you miserable. We spend so much of our lives working, and if it's not enjoyable, then what's the point, right? But more than that, I started noticing that when we're having fun, when the energy was good, the work is just better, objectively better, right? So it became our first value, not like a fluffy nice to have, but as a genuine competitive advantage. Here's the thing, energy is contagious. When you show up to an event and you're stressed and you're rushed and you're not enjoying yourself, then it affects everyone around you, right? The people that you interview, they can pick up on it. The attendees that you're filming can feel it. The organizers can definitely feel it. And when you're relaxed, when you're enjoying the work, when you're genuinely interested and engaged with what's happening, that changes everything. The interviews are better because people can open up differently when they're comfortable, right? When the person holding the camera is relaxed and having a good time, the person in front of the camera can also relax a little bit too. We've done interviews where you can see the exact moment that somebody kind of stops that performative approach and just starts being real. And it always happens when the vibe is good and things feel relaxed. Candid moments are better because people forget that you're there, right? When you're stressed and you're serious, everyone is hyper aware of the camera. But when you're chill, when you're relaxed, when you're enjoying yourself, people stop thinking about you and you blend into the background. And that's where the real moments happen. The B-roll is ultimately better because you are noticing things, right? You're present, you're genuinely looking for beauty and connection, and you find it interesting, right? Instead of just ticking boxes on a shot list, you're actually engaged. And you can feel it in the final video. You can tell when a piece of content was made by people who are enjoying the process. There's an energy to it, there's a life to it, versus content that feels like it was made from obligation, just trying to get through it. That comes through too. So let me give you a specific example here. We filmed an event called Advanced Therapies Week in San Diego earlier in February. It was our third time shooting in the States, the second year doing this particular event, right? It's a huge event, biggest of the year, loads of pressure, tons of content to capture, but the team vibe was great, right? We were genuinely enjoying being there. We were enjoying the work, having a laugh during the downtime, actually interested in what we're filming and what we're there to capture. And you can see it in the content. The interviews, they feel natural. The moments that we captured are real, right? The energy of that event comes through so much stronger. And if you compare that to a different shoot that I'm not going to name, but everything was heavy, it felt stressful, the client was stressed, which made us stressed, right? The timeline was too tight. Everyone was just in like survival mode, right? Of course, we still delivered good work because ultimately we're professionals and that's what we do, but I don't feel like it was our best work. And the whole experience was draining, right? The difference wasn't the budget or the location or even the technical complexity of the job, it's the energy. Another example here, we filmed Imperium's Mastermind in New York, right? 3-day event, high pressure, filming some really successful people having kind of vulnerable conversations and open conversations about their business, but the atmosphere was incredible. Everybody wanted to be there. The attendees were super engaged over the 3 days. We were genuinely fascinated by the content that we were capturing, and the interviews and the testimonials and the content is some of the best that we've ever filmed because we blended in. Everyone was relaxed, having fun. They were present, right? When I mean that having fun makes the work better, it's not about being silly or being unprofessional. It's about bringing good energy to the work that you're doing. And look, there's a real practical business case for this too. When the entire team is having fun, we're going to work better together. Communication will be smoother, problem solving's faster, everyone is willing to do the extra thing, go the extra mile, because they're not just enduring the day trying to get to the end. The creativity is better. When you're relaxed, you're enjoying yourself, you're more willing to try new things, to take risks, to see if a shot will work. Some of our best footage has come from, fuck it, let's try this, right? When everybody's having a good time, you are more open to experimentation. When you're stressed and you're just trying to get through the day, you don't experiment, right? You play things safe and you just tick boxes. Client relationships become better. Our clients remember how they made them feel more than they're going to remember specific deliverables, right? If we show up stressed and we make the day more stressful than it ever could be for them, they're going to remember that, even if the video is fantastic. If you show up with good energy, you make their life easier, and you clearly enjoy what you're doing, they're going to remember that too. And they're going to want to work with you again, right? So for me, having fun isn't just a nice to have, it's a genuine competitive advantage in the business. It makes the work better, the relationship stronger, and it honestly makes the entire thing feel a hell of a lot more sustainable. Because I can't do this work for another decade if I'm miserable about what I'm doing, right? None of us can. Look, if you've worked with a video team in the past and the general experience has felt kind of stressful or impersonal, then I'm telling you that's not how it should be. And honestly, I don't think the people think to ask whether the crew is actually enjoying what they do, but it does matter, right? More than you think, because the energy that they bring to your event will show up in your final content every single time. So the next time you're looking for a video team, just pay attention to their vibe, right? Not just their reel. If this was helpful, then subscribe. I post every single week on events, video, the stuff that no one really is talking about, no fluff, right? Just actually what's working right now for me and my clients. Feel free to check out the rest of the videos on the channel, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.